Welcome to the JAMODI podcast, where we interview coaches and leaders to find out not just what they do, but how they do what they do. Becoming the best version of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. How do you handle defeat directly after a game? So in that locker room setting, right after a loss, even though you haven't had many over the
Right.
last few years.
Yeah. Well, we had one this year during the season. Um, it was like you said, we haven't had a whole lot. Here's We don't go crazy. We don't scream and holler. We don't throw water bottles. They already feel really, really bad.
Hmm.
They feel really bad, and I want them to. I want them to. We lost to Waxahachie this year, and it helped us win a state championship. We knew that. After the game, I came in there. Um, they felt bad. I wanted them to feel it. I said some things without screaming and hollering. Um, and we went right back to work the next day, starting with a film session
Hmm.
and showing them like I feel like we're better than them. We're more talented than they are, but they beat us, and they beat us because we were doing what we've been doing. And it's not like, oh, we just had a bad game and they played out of their minds. No, they was a really good team, and they took advantage of the things that we've been doing incorrectly and the things we've been telling you that we needed to fix. Now we're showing you we got to go fix it. So it allowed us to, those practices got a little bit more intense. They were
Yeah.
more focused. They listened more. It hurt. It hurt. And it hurt up until we got to play them again in the playoffs, in the regional finals. So it carried us through, and it allowed us to really buy in to the things that we had been talking about. But over the years, I've calmed down a whole lot. I don't scream and holler a whole lot. I do get animated. I get excited. I am passionate. But as far as just going nuts, we go really hard without losing our minds.
Hmm.
But we handled that defeat with I wanted them to feel it.
Yeah.
I wanted them to feel it, and we definitely got to watch. It took us about 2 hours just to watch the first half, and we were up 10 at
Hmm.
half. And just to show them how bad we played, and we're still up 10, it really sunk in with those guys.
I think it's a good sign when you can tell it hurts them after a loss. I think you got to be always scared as a coach when it doesn't seem to bother them very much. Like they like to win, but they don't
Right.
really hate losing. And that's a big
No,
difference, right?
we make them hate losing every day.
Hmm.
Um, Almost, we do a lot of competitive drills, and you don't want to lose. So we don't have to lose a game to feel a loss. Those guys feel it on a weekly basis. Some kids will go a whole week without losing in any drill and any competition that we do. But we have a lot of our drills are competitive, and we actually have a series called competition.
Hmm.
You don't want to lose, and we make it hurt. If you lose, it hurts. And when guys get to complaining about the consequence, it's like, then don't lose.
Yeah.
Like, I
Give
promise you,
give that a little bit more,
I'll
right?
give it.
Yeah.
And then we get to when we lose to Waxahachie, when
Hmm.
we were this close to having a perfect season.
Hmm.
This close, we lose in overtime. So I say, man, we lose by one. Because if you have one more point in regulation,
Yeah.
then but
Overtime does. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but then I don't know if we win a state championship, to be
Hmm.
honest with you. But it's like, what hurt more? This running that you're about to do because you lost this drill, or losing to Waxahachie? And it's not even close.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you're okay. Yeah, yeah. But don't lose. Don't lose.
I think it's impressive the fact that you having such a great season, you didn't lose your head in those moments. I think so many times, there's so much emotion going on after a loss. We kind of we might not remember the game accurately in our head. Like what we thought we saw, it might be different. If we come into that locker room with emotion, we might say something that we regret and we could actually push them further away. So you kind of keep it. But then the next day, using film, because film doesn't lie,
Right,
you allow them to see the things or ways that we can improve and get better.
right, right. No question, no question. I mean, um, fortunately, we haven't had to deal with it a whole lot, but we make winning and losing part of what we do every day. So
Yeah. That's a good
we get
culture
plenty of
piece.
practice.
It's a good
Yeah.
culture piece. I gotta ask this, and if you don't mind sharing, the competition series,
Okay.
if that's something you don't wanna share,
No,
completely
no, no, no,
cool.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no. Actually, it might be something I demonstrate at the coaches clinic,
yeah,
but it's four drills in one.
okay,
We split them up in two teams. Okay, split them up in two teams, and they stay with their team the entire series. So the first series we called jacket rebound. So you put one team at the top of the key, one team on the baseline in two different lines. Two lines on the baseline, two lines at the top of the key, and then we put managers around the 3-point line, shooting threes. So they kick it out, they shoot the three. The two guys on the baseline, they're on the same team. They've got to cross each other and block out the two guys coming at them, and it's a 2-on-2 rebounding drill.
and they gotta
Uh,
bust it to get out there quick enough. I mean,
Bust it.
they
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
we gotta make contact and
mhm,
then block out.
okay,
So we really teach making it's I mean by rule it's illegal, making the contact we make, but it never gets called.
right,
Right. Never gets called. Um, so you gotta go make contact, hit them in the chest, then block out, and then go get the rebound. The defense can only get a point if they get the first defensive rebound.
mm,
So they got to go get the rebound and then outlet it. And then right from the outlet, the next four guys come, two offense, two defensive. Okay, if the offense gets the rebound, they get a point, and then they can score.
okay,
So they can get two or three, whatever it is, and they can keep getting rebounds.
mm.
So and the offense can keep getting rebound after rebound after rebound in points for
So
every rebound they get.
the only way for the defense to end the game is
They
to
got to get
get
the
it.
rebound,
You gotta
but
get the
they only
rebound.
get a point if they
It's the
get that
first
first
one.
one. Right,
That's great. Yeah.
right. So we'll go 1 to 2 minutes, okay, on doing that, and then we switch it. Okay, so now the other team goes defense, the other team goes offense. Okay,
Mhm.
so after that, then we keep score the whole time. Then we go from that drill to gladiator closeout, where it's four spots around the 3-point line, uh, two on offense, two on defense. The ball starts in one corner, and you gotta pass it all the way around the 3-point line. So every all four guys touch the ball. Once it gets to the fourth guy, then it becomes 2-on-2. But so okay, I start off. I've got the ball in my hand. Me and my partner, we're defense.
Mhm.
So I pass it to him and I cross him and I'm
Okay.
closing out that first offensive guy. He passes it and he crosses me and he's closing out the fourth, the second offensive guy.
Mhm.
Once we do our closeouts, then it becomes 2-on-2. And we play that for a minute to two. Then it goes to we switch it, and then we do it again. We flip sides, so now we work going 2-on-2, working both ways. They love that.
That's
They
good.
love it. It's a good drill. They can do ball screens. They can do anything. And while we're while we're
How do you
doing it,
score that one? How do you score it?
whatever you score,
Okay.
and only offense can score.
Right.
Only offense can score. And but everybody gets the same amount of time on offense and on defense.
Okay.
Okay. Um, then we go from that to 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Okay, in teams. So one team will be on the baseline. The other team will be free throw line extended. So we do our 3-on-2 where you're sprinting back in transition. So we're working on transition 3-on-2,
Mhm.
and then it goes back to 2-on-1. and whatever your team scores, and then it flips after 2 minutes. Then you got 3 on
So
offense.
one team is constantly on offense in the 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and one team is constantly on defense, and then you do a major flip, or
No, well, okay,
okay.
so you got 3 start on the baseline, 2 free throw line extended.
Yep.
So they're 3-on-2.
Uh-huh.
So then those 2 become offense going the other way.
Right.
With whoever shot the first shot or whoever turned it over.
Okay.
You turn it over, you got to get back on defense. If you shoot the first shot, and they can get an offensive rebound on that,
Okay.
on the 3-on-2. They can get offensive rebound and score. On the 2-on-1, you got to score. You don't get an offensive rebound. And then once those 2 minutes are up, then those teams flip. Then the other one's got 3 on offense.
Okay.
2 on offense. And so we work on that. And then the last drill is we call UCLA. It's the continuous 3-on-2 to 3-on-3.
Okay. With
where you got to sprint to the center circle
yes, sir.
to get back.
Yeah.
So we do that. They love it. They love it.
I don't think I've ever thought about it or done, like, I've in some version of all those games throughout practices, sure, but the way that you're organizing it to where, like, your team could, for lack of effort or execution, suffer or struggle in one game, but then come back and do better later on. So it's like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I mean, everything, all of it looks the way we play.
Yeah.
And then even when we go UCLA, you can press. You can press up to half court.
Okay.
And once the ball crosses half court, those 3 guys got to get off, and there's 2 guys back there. Yeah. And then one comes on. So it's cool.
How long does competition drills, how long do all 4 typically take? You did some times and stuff, but like,
right.
Max
time is about 25 minutes.
Okay. But man, all the things that you're covering in those 25 minutes, and they're all purposeful with a consequence that makes it real. Because shell drill is not real.
Yeah. And we do our shell different.
Yeah.
We do our shell different. We do moving shell.
Okay.
We call it, part of our shell is, one, we'll do the stationary for sure. And we're really trying to break down everything that we do. We're really big on high hands. High hands on the catch, high hands on the help, high hands on the switch. It's everything. It's just getting our hands high, taking away the first shot, taking away first pass.
Yeah.
And then it keeps our hands active. So we get a lot of deflections. And then we do our moving. So we've got to really be communicating, getting through. And the offense is going at about 80% speed when we go slow-mo. But just to really get our movement.
Slow-mo's 80%, 80% speed. Yeah. I love that. No, Coach, I think that's really good. I think that's really good. I think, you mentioned kind of, at TABC and stuff, like, I would love to come watch that in your practice, because I can't imagine what that looks like and sounds like.
Yeah. It gets. I can just tell you, when they didn't get to come this year, but college coaches, when they come to our practice, they leave. They're like, "Oh my goodness!" It is just so chaotic and loud, and I mean, it is so intense. But I've got a great staff. My staff is unbelievable, and they're all energized. I mean, they're fired up, and they all have a voice. Everybody all of our guys get to coach. I let them coach, and it is just our guys just they learn how to play through chaos. That's what it is, because practice is it's nonstop, and they got 5 voices coming at them. I mean, and it's just screaming and hollering in practice. It's fun though. It's fun.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.